It's time for my big decision for my first official season, or my first full season of the Xtreme Dirt Tour. Now, you guys were incredibly helpful in the comments in helping me make this decision, and you reminded me that I only have about $2,000 to my name at the moment. And from personal experience, starting a race team with a small amount of money is no easy feat. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our agent. We're going to shop our talents around, run a couple of seasons, maybe 1, 2, 2.5 seasons, who knows, and build up some capital to then go ahead and start a team in the Xtreme Dirt Tour. But let's negotiate some contracts with some teams. So we're going to go to join team. Our agent has looked over, or has some contracts prepared. We're going to look over them. We'll let him know which one we like best, and we'll sign with team. So we've only got one contract on the roll here for Innovation Racing. Of course, that was the car I drove, the 33 of Davidson, to the 18th spot. I think that was at Las Vegas. So yeah, we've got that. They have over they're a team based in Gainesville, Florida, with over 2 decades of experience across the sport. Innovation was founded in 2018 with the express purpose of taking the sport in exciting new directions. So, interesting. So, I guess they're new to the series, but they have been in the business for a while. So, the 00 and 33 will be my teammates here at Innovation Racing. And, of course, we only have one car to drive here. We could drive the 00. Ooh. 33 or 00, or I could drive a custom car in the series. Well, I'm not going to take a drive away from someone, so we'll drive a custom car. You'll join Innovation Racing, which comes with Galakova construction sponsorship. Hope you're okay with this plan, because you can't change your mind after this. Well, I don't have a whole lot of options outside of this, so we'll go ahead and sign with the team. Look over your car's appearance and make sure it represents your style. So let's take a look here at the look of my Xtreme Dirt Tour car. So yes, it is different. The career mode scheme is different than your multiplayer scheme, which I like quite a bit. So we've got the base paint scheme here. We can go with 99, 36, or 8. We're going to go with 99 for now because it's close enough to my real life racing number of 91. And of course, that's been the racing number I've used in all these career modes that I've had the choice of course. We'll take a look at the base paint here. In fact, let's just do a quick fade and I'll show you what I've come up with as a livery. Alright, so this is what I've come up with. A little bit of sponsor color in there, as well as the signature purple and white. So I think it looks pretty good, at least for me. I actually really am happy with how I was able to match the green in the logo to the green on the car. And just really, it's a pretty nice look, to be honest with you. So I'm happy with that. So that's what we're going to be running with in this first season of my Xtreme Dirt Tour career. All right, that does it. Let's get the season started, says my agent. Okay, so the next race is the Mountain Dew 100 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's where we, I think, began this career mode. Let's take a look quick at reputation, and then we'll have a little bit of explanation here. Your actions on the track have consequences. Too many incidents with one driver may make them a rival. Rivals will become more aggressive to you on race day. So we know a lot about that from the NASCAR Heat 2 career mode, but it looks like we've got quite a different system here, and it's actually a lot cleaner and better laid out. So this will be interesting to see exactly what happens as we can take a look at the full rivals list, all the drivers in the series, who I'm sure at some point I will upset at least one of them. And we'll head back here, take a look at the contracts. We can take a look at team contracts. Whoa! Okay, I thought I was getting a Hendrick bonus, like, what? Yeah, okay, so throughout the season, teams will make contract offers for the year. You can express interest in a limited number of these offers. Interesting, okay. So you can, okay, at the end of the season, your agent will fill you in on any slots. So this is cool. So you have a lot of different contracts that you will be offered, but you can only show interest in so many of them, which is very interesting. So here we go. We've got some teams that are, or what we have to do to be considered for teams next season if we are planning on continuing as a driver. Of course, that's a long way off, and here's some of the sponsors that we may end up being able to acquire at some point. Currently, of course, Glockva Construction is our primary sponsor. So let's head on to the Mountain Dew 100 at Charlotte Motor Speedway and get this season underway. So there's a purse of over 35 grand on offer here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Mountain Dew 100. Let's get my Glockva 99 Xtreme Dirt Tour car qualified for our first race of the season. Alright, got my custom setup on that I used to somewhat great effect earlier in this career mode. So let's see if this thing's got a little more heat underneath the hood, so to speak. Oh, got a lot of big slide going on right there out of turn 4 to start the qualifying lap. Not the best run in the entire world. Gonna get it right down to the bottom, try to carry some speed off of turn 2, sliding around quite a bit into the wall. That's not a good start. Ooh, big slide again. And I'm failing at this qualifying run. We'll see where I end up. Ooh, yeah, last. That doesn't surprise me. That was just an absolutely shambles of a lap. I do have an incentive contract on the offer here. I need to finish 20th to earn like $300 for 2 races, so I need to gain 4 spots. I think I can do that, though. It's a long race, and yeah, I think we can do it. So, the starting lineup for the Mountain Dew 100 lined up and ready to go racing. Elliott Henderson starting up front. He's been very fast throughout the career mode so far, and that was the only update we have as we're ready to go here in the Glockva 99. Starting alongside Cole Trickle here. And we're underway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Already fallen to the back. I may have made a bit of a error in my incentive contract going that high on it. I thought, oh, 20th place will be easy to get, because I was able to do it with the incentive contracts. Yeah, well, it's a little more difficult. Now look at everybody getting bunched up there out of turn 2. They're 3 and 4 wide in the middle of the pack. I'm going to drive it down to the inside of Britain there. Get a slide job going on right there. Whoa, and slid right up into the wall. And that's what happens when you try to do a slide job onto the wall. That's not going to work. Whoa. Oh, God almighty. See, that was just way too aggressive right there. Just way too aggressive. Got down into the grass there. Tried to almost use it like a road course there, a road course curb, and got down into the dirt like that and just kicked up all sorts of sod and whatnot. So now I'm going to have to refocus and try to chase these guys down ahead of me. Looks like I am, though. So maybe we'll run faster laps. That was a lap in the 16s right there, which was way better than I was able to accomplish in qualifying. If I'd done that, maybe we would have been in better shape for the race. 20 to go. Obviously a long way to go in this race, but lap traffic is going to be a key. Well, lap traffic. I'm going to be the lap traffic. The lead lap traffic is going to be a key and going to be very difficult to navigate for me as I work down the back straightaway, pitch it off into the corner, just try to hold it down to the bottom. Oh, catching the wall again. The final corner at the Charlotte track is very difficult to get right. What I'd really like right now is a caution, and I'd like to not be the cause of it. Starting to lose some time now. Really Scandinavian flicked it into the corner that time. Trying to hang on to it here. Trying to get it to turn a little too much there. Felt like I lost some time. I do see my teammate up there, the 33, so I'm not that far off, I guess, where my equipment currently is, or where my level of equipment is currently. on the throttle on the way out. Thing bouncing up and down just a little bit. There we go, a 16.7 on that lap. So the speed is coming up. The problem is so are the lead lap cars behind me. So I've got to try to be clean here. Well, he's not going to be clean. We'll try not to slide job the leader here. We're going to try to just stay out of their way because they may help me out by racing the guys in front of me kind of tough. Just have to see how this goes. Again, really wide out of the final corner. See, look, he's racing that guy real hard, the lap car. He kind of moved him out of the way just a little bit, but it didn't really help me all that much to get back into contact with them. Just going to try to follow the leaders here. Had to block that car that was in third place because I need to try to get goalie here. Oh, and she didn't appreciate that. She did not appreciate that. Don't blame her. I did kind of block her going into turn one, but I had to try to keep in contact with goalie, Michelle Baker-Dillon. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Big time contact with Goodman there. Now we've got two cars right out in front, side by side. That's for position. Well, goalie's not being too nice to Michelle Baker-Dillon either. They're going to go 3 wide off the final corner, and Goodman's actually going to get the spot for now. Barely. Man, this game is so brutal. There's Sean Wilson down to the inside. Gonna make a little bit of contact with him. A little bit more contact, just scraping off of him. 77, Todd Laguerre going underneath. I don't have anything for goalie right now. Love it if some of these lead lap cars would race him a little bit harder, or just maybe move him out of the way just a little bit. I have to make so many corrections on the exit of the corner. Oh, Ackerman gets up on 2 wheels there. And I was the one who got caught out, of course. Uh-oh, there. Oh, I thought that was going to be a spin. Still getting run into. 5 laps to go, even though it's 6 for me. But obviously running at the back is not going to help things very much. Well, this is not going to help a rival system. I don't know why I'm racing the 23 so hard. Go right to the bottom of the track and ran a little too much in the mud there. Let the 2 car go through. A little bit of contact with him, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. And these races do fly by, though, don't they? As I work off of the bottom. I'll let Sheridan go through on the inside. Oh, the thing is bucking and weaving all the way through the turn 3 and 4. We got 2 laps to go. Boswell is through. Well, it'd be awesome if we got a yellow and got an opportunity at a green-white checker. Just to even try to get 20th. But it's not working right. Oh, there's a crash. Wow. How about that? I got a shot at it. I was just saying that, and I got incredibly lucky right there. I got incredibly lucky right there. So I'll restart in the 23rd spot, which isn't great, but it could pay some dividends here. One of the wave round cars is behind me. That's a 33 at Davidson. And slide it underneath. Get into goalie. So I got 1 spot to, or 2 spots to go. Libson and Martin. We have 1 lap to try to go get it. Oh, I wish I'd gone with a 22nd place incentive contract. I would have gotten that. Assuming I hang on to it here in the final corner. Oh, he got into the back of me. Britton got into the back of me, but it's not going to matter. We get 22nd in the first race. I'll take that. That's not a... well, as I go up on 2 wheels there. That's not a horrible result. It's just not amazing. let's take a look at some of the highlights, if we've got any highlights to show. Let's see if we can see that wreck as Henderson makes the pass for the lead. There I am making the pass for 23rd. That didn't last for very long, and I immediately lost it. Let's see, Henderson, wow, 4 wide in the traffic there, and makes a pass for the lead on the 33 car, and we don't get to see the wreck. So yeah, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Let's head on and see where we're heading for the next race. So I did manage to earn some money there, 22nd place, and 2 fans. I even got $10 in merchandise sales, which wasn't terrible. So there you go. The increase in money will certainly be nice, I should say, as we're going to head on to the second race of the season, all the way in the 6th week of the season. But that's fine, as we're going to be going on to the Hendrick Cars 40 at Drebin. So we're ready to battle here at the Hendrick Cars 40, a high bank circuit here at Drebin. That should help a little bit of, I guess, the issues I was having at Charlotte, where the car was a bit uneasy. So hopefully this banked track will help me just a little bit, but it's possible it won't. Let's just see where I qualify. So much of this dirt racing has to do with the gear ratios, or just pretty much any kind of racing where you have a somewhat underpowered engine. You have to get the gear ratios right, where you're really spooling the engine up, running in the RPMs, and getting the maximum horsepower out of your car. And that's what I've tried to work out here. I've been able to run 15-second lap times. Let's see if I can really send it into turn 3 here. Kind of got a little bit loose. Really going to try to carry the speed off of turn 4. Slid the car a little too much. 15.5 still last, but I think that's going to be way closer to the pace. Yeah, if I'd run a 15.1, I bet would have been right where I needed to be in 21st. So I think I've got a really good racing setup here. I think I'll be able to race much better than I did at Charlotte. So the Hendrick Cars 40 at Drebin, ready to go underway. We've got Libson's car is pretty fast today in the 99. Aubrey Scott crashed in qualifying. She's driving a backup car. And the 76 changed an engine. So Glockva starting at the back as well. That means we'll start in the 22nd position. So only have to make up 2 spots to achieve at least 1 check mark on the incentive contract. So here we go. The Hendrick Cars 40 at Drebin is underway, and you can just see the acceleration absolutely getting out-dragged on the start. And I made a little bit of contact with Scott there, just trying to get the car going under the green. Look how fast some of these guys are able to pull away. They're all going 4 wide, so I'm going to try to run a nice line through 3 and 4. I find I would make up a lot of time through there once I get the momentum built up, but the problem is it takes a couple laps to get the momentum built up to be able to run the car at the maximum RPM, even though I'm running at a 115 gear or whatever it is in second, which is quite a bit off of what the stock setup would suggest. Looking at Goodman here, I think I'm going to get him in the next couple laps. A little bit of a slide off turn 4. That's not the line you really are going to win the race with if it were to come down to trying to make a pass at that point. But it does result in slightly faster lap times. I'm going to give Goodman a bit of a shove there. I'm going to slide underneath him, and I think that's going to be a slide job. Yes, it is, in front of Goodman, unless I outslide myself there through 3 and 4. Just a little bit of contact, just trying to stay alongside of him. Nope, not going to be able to do it. Going to have to go underneath him there into turn 1. Able to do it. Nice slide through there. Still just not able to carry the speed off the corner. Goodman able to sneak through once again for 22nd. This time I think I've got him. If I can keep off the wall. Yes, no. Back to the inside. This is a great duel for 22nd spot of all things. And Goodman slides through again. I'm going to dive it down the inside, try to park it on the apex, get it off the corner, get a drive off. Still just can't get around it. Well, that's contact. That's not what I want to be doing. I was going to try to cross over on him, and then he got in trouble because I got into him that hard. And sliding underneath this time. Pass is completed. I've cleared him. I've blocked him. There we go. Okay. So up to 22nd. Again, my starting position. So at least I've gotten that far up the field. As Goodman making, you can just see the straight line speed these guys are able to carry. I'm well down on power. There's a 3 wide out in front. And I'm trying to take advantage of that. Got through 1 and 2 decently. I tried to take a little too much out of the exit there. Got into the wall, but I am catching Hag now. And again, taking too much out of the exit. I'm just trying to open up the corners so much to not pinch it off on the exit to lose that little bit of RPM that I may gain by running a good corner. Side by side there with Hag. Going to send it up the inside this time. I think we'll maybe able to slide in front of him. Oh, man. Close. Close. He manages to save it for now. And I get the position. So now just 1 car to pass to get up to 20th. And at least put on some sort of a showing here. Could also get 19th, but that's going to require me to build the momentum back up, which I don't have at the moment. That was Goodman trying to slide to the inside of me. He's got a really fast car for where he is in the field. I think he ran the fastest lap of the race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, so that tells you a little something about what his ultimate pace is. Look at that speed. You can just see in the mirror, he's just coming every single lap so very quickly. I'm hanging on right now with 10 laps to go. I've got 1 position to make up. Can I chase down Jay Martin? I think I can. Hopefully I can, but lap traffic is eventually going to become a key. As Goodman got into the back of me there. As I slid up in front of him, I was able to hold him off though. I'm trying to make up time on Martin, just trying to keep the engine revs up. Got the leader coming, so that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. Leader's going to slide underneath. I grabbed the brake just a little bit there to slide underneath him, and he makes a mistake actually. And I'll get back around him. Well, I tried to be nice to you. If you can't pull it off, if you can't pull off a pass on a lap car, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pull over for you again. Because now it's Michelle Baker Dillon, who moves up into the lead and is trying to pass me on the outside. Still unable to do it. So clearly I've got some pace here if I'm able to hold off some of the lead lap cars from going a lap down here. Oh, now the 22's through, the 20's through. Still hanging it out on the bottom here and able to hold tough. To move up in front of Baker Dillon, definitely blocking her just a little bit. Boy, I would not want to be a lead lap car in this race. Baker Dillon now making her feelings known about what she thought of my attempt to stay on the lead lap. That car parked to the inside. Interesting. So that's me up into 20th. There we go, 20th spot. The game mercy killed the car, so I'm able to hang on. That was a retirement. We got 2 laps to go here. So a car parked on the side of the road is helping me out significantly here. I'm not going to have to make the pass on the outside, or have to make the pass in general on track, I should say, to be able to win this race. And look how far the 98 fell after his mistake in traffic, as we've got 1 to go. I'm still 1.3 seconds ahead of Hag there. I got into Laguerre. He's going to lose it. Oh, boy. I'm so sorry, Laguerre. I did not mean to do that. Regardless, going to get 20th. There we go. Got the incentive contract. And that's what we needed right there. Speed rating 95, so you can see how bad that is. Let's see if there's any highlights of note here. Michelle Baker Dillon was certainly fast throughout this race, no doubt about it. There I am making a pass for 22nd in the battle that lasted virtually the entire race with whatever his name was. I can't even remember his name. Let's see if we can actually see exactly what brought that car into the pit lane. Doesn't look like we're going to actually see it. No, just Michelle Baker Dillon making that move down to the inside, 3 wide on the inside, and taking the pass for the lead. And there, I made the pass for 20th place. So that was it for the Hendrick Cars 40. So that was a decent event, a real decent event for me there. 20th place, right where the team's expecting me to finish, and getting the money as well, 5 grand in the bank, and that'll move me up to 20 grand. So we're getting close. Uh-oh, here we go. Did you mean to hit me? Was it intentional? Seems like you're racing a little rough, says Laguerre. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit you. Sorry. Scott Hagg is certainly upset with me. He's a maniac. He's a crazy maniac behind the wheel. Dan Goodman, watch out there. You're driving all over the place. Yeah, me and Goodman definitely had a big run there. Do we get to insult any of these guys? Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm definitely going to apologize to Laguerre. No doubt about it. Yeah, I want to apologize. Do we want to insult Hagg, though? You know, we're gonna be nice to Hagg because I didn't really mean to slam him, and I think we're going to also reply to Goodman here. Yeah, we'll apologize. We'll just try to keep them all at the moment in a little bit of a decent state where they're not gonna be too upset with me as we head on to the next race, the Wrangler 100 at Bristol. This time I will have a custom setup, so hopefully we'll actually be able to run here pretty good because even with the base setup, I was pretty well on pace at the last time we went to Bristol. It's Bristol, baby, once again. This time, I think this is a good shot for me to make up some places, hopefully score well in the points, and hey, maybe even complete that incentive contract. I just noticed that it's an incentive contract that you only need to finish twice in the top 20 throughout 3 races, so we'll see if we can actually accomplish that today. I think we got a good shot. So we're ready to go at Bristol, and through the practice session, I was able to figure out a few things to do to the car here specifically that maybe don't work at other places. Specifically, I tightened the car up a little bit with some wedge, and that has helped the car really be stable through the corners. I'm not proving it right there as the car bucks on me through 3 and 4, but thankfully that wasn't an official lap. This one is, so let's see if I can actually run a real clean, fast lap right here. Not too bad through the first and second corners. Down here in turn 3 and 4, a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit out of the groove. Oh, that was a good lap. It was as close as I've gotten. Yeah, everybody's in the 17s. Good lord. AI or OP at this track, no doubt about it. Wow, that was actually surprising because I felt like I was really running on pace in practice. But then again, we'll see what happens in the race. As everybody's packed together, I might be able to make up some spots. Well, we're going to have to go for 20th position at the Wrangler 100. Michelle Baker-Dillon starting at the back of the pack, had to replace the transmission. Suspect she won't be back there for very long, so at least we get the inside lane on this start, which is going to be nice. It's going to be nice to finally have that. Here we go. We're racing at Bristol. Actually get the jump on Michelle Baker-Dillon, and actually, well, I got the jump on her, but her horsepower there from the Pony Racing or whatever she runs for, much better than mine. Much better than mine. Just kind of got to work. Whoa, underneath Martin, just a little bit of contact there. Not a whole lot of space to get around people here at Bristol. If I can slide underneath him, a little bit of contact. I'm going to have to probably apologize to him on social media after this. Woo! Underneath, Martin still just trying to get just right there. Man, just can't do it. All the way on the apron. Boy, that was stupid. That was a stupid move by me. No doubt about it. That was a dummy move. Alright, so I'm going to try to run in the center of the track here. Just try to make up a little bit of time. Lost some there to Martin. Try to get a good arc through the corner, carry speed off. Didn't really carry too much speed there. The car got upset, not upside down. Boy, I hope it doesn't get upside down today. A little bit better through there. A little bit better through there. Not bad. There you go, an 18.0, so that was faster than I ran in qualifying. Uh-oh. Oh, God almighty. Really?
Yellow flag.
Thank God I got a caution. I will come in and get repairs. Don't need any fuel or tires or anything. Well, we'll take tires. Why not? I don't know if that's really going to matter. I'm not going to lose a lap, thankfully. So now, well, we got another shot after throwing it into the wall. So let's see if I can actually improve on what was a pretty shambles of a race, or a initial start of the race. The thing was jinking and juking all over the place.
Still there.
Try to get underneath Martin. Yeah, still just can't get there. Oh, that's an overcorrection. That's getting on the apron. Alright, I need to run higher. It's just the long and the short of it. I need to run higher. Because running low is not doing anything for me. Unfortunately, a lot of the passes you're able to make in these dirt races are right on the bottom of the track, sliding up underneath people, but right here at Bristol it doesn't really work all that well. Yeah, see, it's running much better, much faster in the top lane, much more stable. Not trying to step out and kill me. And Michelle Baker-Dillon's actually fallen back to the back of the field, which is interesting. After her having a really good start to the race, really moving up a lot of positions, she got shuffled out there at some point. And now I'm really able to close down here on Glockva here. You can see I lose 1/10 of a second on the straightaway, making up all of my time and more in the corners here. And they're losing it as the car bogs down coming out of the corner. Just continuing to find a little bit of speed. Michelle Baker-Dillon has found some as well. So we got 12 laps to go. Going to be looking at Jay Martin here very shortly for position. Yeah, I'm finding it. I'm finding it a little bit. I'm going to run a little bit wider that time. Oh, I couldn't quite get the power down out of the corner though. That's a little bit of space to mark right there. I had to correct because of him just running the wrong line for me to try to get there. Thankfully I didn't hit the wall that time. But he's holding me up. He's really holding me up. I'm going to have to try to get around him. Not going to quite happen yet. Man, it's such a struggle just to get up to these guys. And there we go. We got lead lap cars coming behind. Yeah, I held my line right up into the wall. All right, Lewis, wreck him. Actually, don't wreck him. That'll bring out the yellow. And I don't want to be the only car caught one lap down. See, why couldn't I do that to Jay Martin? Come on, Ackerman, help me out. Help me out. Oh, yeah, Ackerman's going to help me out there. Can I capitalize, though? Martin's way out of the groove. Nope. Car just slid too much out of the corner. Probably haven't tightened it up enough. Probably could have tightened it up on the restart or on the caution flag where I went into the pits. Here comes Laguerre down to the inside. Going to be nice to him. Let him through. And I'm going to try to follow him through. All right, I apologize to you on Twitter, Laguerre. Now's the time to help me out. He's not going to help me out because he's going to go to the outside of Jay Martin. And I'm going to slide out of the groove again. Lose all sorts of track position right there. Good grief. Yeah, this has not gone well. Jay Martin gets absolutely bullied out of the way right there, but just nowhere for me to go. I still am struggling with the handling of this car. I had it figured out there for a couple laps. But now it's just sliding too much. Again, I should have put more wedge into it to keep it from being too unpredictable. I was running at 45. I've moved it to 48, and still just a little too much as we've got 2 laps to go this time. We've got my teammate behind me, Davidson, who's going to be looking to pass me on the inside that time. I'm going to follow him in. A little bit of contact there. Hopefully not too much that he gets upset with me. Oh, God, we've got cars 3 abreast behind me. 77 got into me. Boswell, that was the car that DNF'd at Drebin. I'm just getting moved out of the way. Woo! I wonder if the spotters have trouble with me in Shreddin's car or whatever. No, that was a tough one right there. That was a tough race. Let's see. Not a whole lot of highlights, in fact. Only 2 highlights as I dropped back to 24th place. So that was Bristol. Boy, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. Boy, so that didn't go well. That was 24th, and I actually fell to 24th in the standings after not being last the whole season. Don't get the incentive contract, so that's a familiar sight for me, unfortunately. The next race is going to be quite a ways down the line, 3 weeks later. Thursday Night Thunder, Eldora, Jefferson, Taggart, and Las Vegas. So there are 3 races on the itinerary here, and I'm going to say 2 top 20s. We're going to be nice and easy about that one. Let's take a quick look at the reputation, see what's going on with rivals. Nothing actually in trouble right now. We got the friends list here. Everybody good so far. Nobody's particularly all that upset with me. Let's see the rivals list. Is anybody... So there's a friend and a rivals list. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is, but regardless, yeah, no friends, no enemies. I guess that's because I apologize to everybody on social media. So we'll go on to Texas Motor Speedway in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed this. Imagine what the struggle would have been if I decided to start my own team with no money. That would have been probably even worse. So we'll try to improve here at the True Timber Camo 100. I think we'll be able to do it. And of course, Jefferson, the road course, is coming up next. So who knows what's going to happen there.